So it's June 7th, and the question is, what are you playing this weekend? For me, it's interesting because I'm wrestling through this in my head right now. So I'm still playing Adaca. If you missed it on YouTube, I have like the first 2 hours of the game, hour and a half of the game. It's a long game for a solo developer. And it's interesting because some of it definitely pulls on like Half-Life elements and stuff. And there's a couple John Guthrie rooms. John Guthrie was a level designer for the Half-Life series. And if you ever hit any of those moments where you drop down and you're full of room of horrible things or just weird tricks and traps, that was John's specialty. I love working with John. And there's a couple of those in here, which is good. But it's interesting because the game itself goes from a very, what I thought understandable game was going to be to something very different at points. And at points, it's very much overwhelming and crazy, and it's good. But it's like, it varies what it is, and it goes down into the gutter or into the sewer sometimes, and it's kind of this dark, creepy thing, which is all good, right? Like, that's one of the things when designing a game, you want to break up the experience, right? I think at Valve, for like the Half-Life series, you would say it was Vista, puzzle, combat, and then story were like the four things that you could kind of mix in some kind of way. And Adaca does that as well. And one of the problems I find is with the flat cell shading is I lose key indicators of where to go. I just spent like 30 minutes, not 30 minutes. I missed hitting a button the right way, I guess. I don't know. In the West Gate, and I got lost and had to walk around a lot, and I wasn't sure where the West Gate was. But like all of that is easily forgivable and understandable in these kind of things. It's kind of the art, and it's very hard when you don't have a bunch of characters throwing a lot of dialogue at you. You realize how much saying words is just a cheat to tell you what to do and why you're going the place you're going. That said, I'm going to try to finish it out. I'm probably not going to stream it just because I like to jump in for like 10 minutes at a time because it's got really easy saves. And I've been looking for a shooter like that. So it is solving that. There's a whole bunch of other games that I've got on a list now, thanks to you. It's interesting. You mentioned, I can mention Wildlands in a text post and someone will suggest Wildlands to me. Or I can say, hey, I didn't like this game, and the next game will suggest it. I guess I do that as well. No one's paying attention. Everyone's answering. But the interesting thing for me in Adaca is I'm also playing, kind of slowly getting through Indika, Indika, where I play as a nun. And that game also really shifts up the kind of game you're playing. And something I was thinking of, like, there's a longer term kind of thing I want to make, but in the short term, there's kind of like a fun, goofy little personal thing I wanted to make that shifts up what you're doing a lot. And I don't like it in Indika, and I like it in Adaca. Boy, they both sound the same. Nothing to do with each other at all. Very, very different games. But I find the puzzle solving in Indika frustrating at times and not what I want, because I'm caught up in the story and I care about that more, and I kind of have the experience wash over me more than have it be something I have to play and solve, where Adaca is very much, I have to do these things and it's hard and I have to restart or whatever, but it's fun. And so I don't mind it. And I'm just trying to think of that for my own stuff of like, how much can you switch gears before it's frustrating and how much of it's fun. And I know there's gonna be some guy who's gonna post, it's always a dude, just get better, it's easy. But those are the things I'm thinking about this weekend as I'm playing these, because Indika, I do wonder if I'm going to finish out because I get frustrated. I go back to Little RoboQuest 2. I do play a lot of games. I was playing Ape Out on the, play out Ape Out on the Steam Deck. It is made for that game. It is really fun. It is really good. Man, it's really good. But yeah, so that's what I'm playing. So what are you playing this weekend? Let me know in the comments, because again, the comments here of how I found some really great games, so I really appreciate it.